up, watch fam? Welcome to the most wild and over-the-top tier list video you'll ever witness. We're diving headfirst into the world of luxury watch brands where elegance meets engineering and where your wallet cries just a little bit every time you look at these masterpieces. From the I can't say creme de la cream. From the revolutionary Along and Zong to the mind-bending Ulysse Nardin Freak, we're ranking the best of the best, the holy grails of wristwear. But wait, who helped craft this insane intro? That's right, yours truly, your AI buddy here to make sure this video kicks off with the kind of energy these watches deserve. Buckle up, because it's time to argue, gasp, and maybe even cry over some horological perfection. Let's get into it. Today we're going to be examining 30 watch brands, taking their most iconic watch and putting them in a tier list ranking from masterpiece to Hublot. So let's start off with the most simple and obvious one. We're going to put Hublot in the Hublot category. And this is a different video for another day, but Hublot basically takes the cheapest of cheap movements and builds a case worth more than what it really is. They overcharge you, and they somehow have landed spots by sponsoring the World Poker Tour, and just, I think the world needs to understand that Hublot is not quality. You could buy 15,000 Seikos for the price that you're paying for a Hublot, and I just can't stand for it, so let's start making this known to the watch community. Hublot does not offer the best quality or, in my opinion, the best looking watches in general. So to kick off this tier list, we're going to start with the Along and Zong Long 1. And I think, for me, I'm going to put this in the iconic section. And the reason why is because that dial is one of the most beautiful watch dials I have ever seen, and it's very well executed. I prefer the rose gold on the brown strap. Just absolutely beautiful, beautiful watch. Next, we're going to move on to the AP Royal Oak. Probably one of my favorite watches, and Gerald Genta, the most genius in the watch community, definitely putting the AP Royal Oak in the masterpiece. We would not have many of these integrated bracelet sports watches without Gerald Genta, so just blessings to Gerald Genta. That is just an incredible, incredible piece. Next up, we have an icon, the Breguet Classique 5177. This is a beautiful rose gold watch, and I'm absolutely in love with it. However, it's not something I could see myself wearing. It's not the prettiest of watches. It's very blank, but the history of Breguet, it brings it so much life. It really carries the watch instead of the watch carrying the brand. And in my opinion, I'm going to put this in the cool category, but it could be better. This is one of their, if not the most iconic watch from Breguet, and personally, it's just not my favorite. I mean, Breguet is super famous for many things. They even have their own hands. I mean, it's just something that they are very, very well known for. What? Up next, we have the Patek Philippe Nautilus. The Nautilus was discontinued in this year, and it has since been sought after, and it has a ridiculous gray market value. I personally don't like it that much, and I know that's a bit controversial to say, that the CEO is going to come after me, because I don't like the Cubitus either. I think the Cubitus is an ugly ass piece of shit I could wipe my ass with, but the Nautilus is better than the Cubitus. So I'll say it like this. If I had to choose between a Nautilus and a Cubitus, I would pick the Nautilus. I think the Nautilus is super, super important to the historical significance of Patek Philippe, and I think the Cubitus is an absolute disgrace. I understand why this guy could be mad, but I don't like how mad he is. So I am going to put it in cool, but it's not the best, and for the reasons I have stated. Next up, we have the H. Mauser NC Endeavor, and this watch is a killer dial. Love this, just blue. I don't know how to explain it. The blue. everything about it. It's just perfect. And I really do think that I haven't heard a lot about this watch, and so I really do think that this is an underrated watch. I don't hear much about people talking about it, and it's just a beautiful dial watch, just beautiful construction, and I love it so, so much. Up next, we have the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. And it's super, super, super just... And so I just want to grab the bollocks.
I think you're getting a little out of hand with these descriptions.
I want to grab... I think having the mechanical version... Gotta focus. How long have we been running? How long has this been going for?
21 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
We're running out of bloody time. All right, we're running out of time, so we got to rush through these. Next on the list, we have the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. I got to kind of rush through all these because we might run out of storage soon. So next on the list, we have the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. I'm looking at the blue dial with silver case, and it's just a great watch. I still think of all the integrated bracelet sports watches, I still think the Royal Oak is better in my opinion. I like just the design of it more. I'm going to put it in the iconic category, but it's definitely not a masterpiece in my opinion. And now we have one of my favorite watches ever that I will never ever own, the JLC Reverso. I could tell you thousands of Reversos that I want. There's probably not 1,000, but you get the point. I really want a Reverso. I want to get hands-on with a Reverso. And so for me, because of the significance and just the identity of the Reverso, it's definitely going in the masterpiece category for me. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love the history of JLC. I wrote a paper about JLC. I loved it so much. It was read by the CEO of JLC. So if you would like for me to talk about that with you guys, please let me know in the comments down below. While you're there, like and subscribe. Moving on, we are going to talk about the Rolex Submariner. If you asked someone about a Rolex, what comes to mind? You've got the Daytona, you've got the Day-Day, you have the Submariner. So the Submariner, for me, it's very iconic. However, it is definitely not a masterpiece. To me, the Rolex Explorer 2 Polar is probably my favorite Explorer ever, the reference 16570. Absolutely adore that Rolex, but I think to me, that one, it's not a masterpiece, but it's definitely, to me personally, more iconic than the Submariner. However, I was pointed out by someone that I seem as a Rolex newbie. I apologize if I've seemed like a Rolex newbie. I would love to get hands-on with one, however. So I think for me, I prefer the Polar GMT over the Rolex Submariner, but that does not mean the Submariner is not iconic. And I'm going to put it in there because it is definitely one of the most iconic Rolex watches, one of the most well-known. I'm one of those people that thinks Tudor has better looking watches, however. I am a big fan of Tudor watches. I think that Rolex needs to start taking more risk. It seems like Tudor takes the risk and gets the reward, and then Rolex is just kind of there. There were even times when people thought Tudor was going to overpower Rolex, which we know will never happen, but there have been examples, the Black Bay 58 success, and then the Pelagos success, and just there's so much success surrounded by Tudor, and Rolex is just putting the risk in Tudor because Rolex is the older brother, parent, whatever company to Tudor, and they're just taking more risk with Tudor, and they need to start taking this risk themselves. I know that they're a luxury brand. I know that they're very high-end, but they need to take risks. Every watch brand is taking risks. They need to start taking these risks as well. They're pouring way too much into Tudor, and it is definitely showing. And so, because I love Tudor, I'm definitely going to put this in iconic. Still not a masterpiece. There are definitely so many Tudors that I would love to wear. Did I even mention that it's the Black Bay 58? It's the Tudor Black Bay 58. I'm putting it in the iconic category. Next up, we have the Omega Speedmaster Professional or Moon Watch. This is a watch that has been around for nearly 60 years, first becoming a thing in 1957. I think it only gets better. I think that the White Dial Speedmaster is probably my favorite Speedmaster. I mean, the newest White Dial Speedmaster. I absolutely adore Omega's White Dial. I think that the White Dial Seamaster was banger. It just hit so different. I tried it on, loved it, really want that watch. But I think that the Omega Speedmaster Professional Moon Watch, being the icon and just getting better with age, even though there are thousands of different Speedmasters, I really do think that it will not get any better than the Omega Speedmaster Professional. I definitely think that that's the epitome for them on this. I just think everything else is just kind of like there. Just a different variant, different part of the Spider-Verse for that watch. Thank you all so much for watching. There are so many other watches that I haven't covered yet, and I'm running out of time. I'm on a time limit right now. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment if you want to see a part 2 of this, and I'll try and leave a link to this tier list down below so you all can fill it out for yourself. Thank you so much and take care.